have someone illustrate it. If that was not my doing, my wish, just maybe give the text, and then perhaps my cousin in Italy would want to illustrate. So that's a new idea. Jewelry, fascinating, interesting jewelry. As you can see, I like rings, I like necklaces, bracelets. So it's always a joy of mine to.
Oh, can you hold your hand up again and show the?
Oh yeah,
it wasn't on the camera.
Let's see. This is one of my favorites, which I did myself. It's simply leather with pen drawing on top of it, and a little bit of a varnishing.
Let's get a picture of that after.
Pardon?
Let's get a photo afterwards.
Yeah, sure.
Any of these items that come up, we don't have to necessarily hold them up to the camera. We can do stills afterwards.
Stills afterwards.
It keeps the video part smoother, I think.
Beautiful. Okay. Knives. I have a fabulous collection of knives, particularly pocket knives.
So you're interested in knives and serial killers?
Do
you see where I'm going?
Yeah, I do.
And cage fighting?
I do, and cage fighting, yeah. There is a streak of, I think, violence within everyone. It's just a question of how well you hone it, or whether you decide that it's something you have to stay clear of.
Right, if you're afraid of it, if you're suppressing it,
Yeah.
if you're over-identified with it, as opposed to being reconciled to it, right?
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of Carl Jung stuff in that, right, about the shadow and the lower instincts and lower sort of animal nature.
Exactly,
Yeah.
And I also think it's a matter of the rite of passage that,
That's right.
that men go through in particular. That's a deciding point. Do I kill that lion, or do I kill my neighbor?
Well, and also they talk
Looking at it
about,
from a native point of view.
they talk about like rough and tumble play for boys growing up, and you have to learn how much harm your body can cause you as a person, so that you're able to use it responsibly, but also you have this confidence in your strength physically.
Sure.
But you have a respect for the strength of others and for your own. You have a stewardship over sort of the power of your body physically. And if you don't have that, there's a lot of pent-up aggression that is always trying to prove itself. They've discovered.
Yes, and that's what the bully mentality has to do with.
Right, people who feel powerless at home, and then they pick on weaker people in school.
And until they meet their comeuppance by a bigger bully.
Right, right.
And that's always going to happen eventually.
Because you're in the running for it.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, you're a candidate.
Yeah, it's like buying lottery tickets every week. Eventually, something's going to happen, right?
Sometimes you're going to win.
Yeah.
Speaking of lottery tickets, there's one that you can spend $5 and have a chance at winning $5,000 every month for the rest of your life. I was thinking I wouldn't mind one that would just give me $500 a month for the rest of my life. I don't have to be greedy.
I'll take 5,000. In this economy,
perhaps the odds are too great for that. But let's give the common man 500.
Sure.
Movie stars. Both my wife and I have been taken by movie stars, and when I worked at Moscone doing conventions, our union would also go to Los Angeles, to Hollywood, to the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion to lay out red carpet for So I told Leslie, if we're never going to be invited, you were an opera singer, you were never invited to the Oscars, and I've never been invited. Maybe if I lay the carpet, I could sneak in. But we never did do that. But anyway, but we both like, particularly we like movie stars that are very, very accomplished. People like Anthony Hopkins. He's done a movie this year called The Father, where you see him going through Alzheimer's, and he depicts it so well, and it's so scary that it's just overwhelming performance. Probably the best thing I've ever seen him do.
There's a David Cronenberg film called Spider, I think, and it's supposed to be the most medically accurate portrayal of paranoid schizophrenia on film.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think
Ray
I've seen
Fiennes is in it, I think, maybe, or one of those. Maybe. Actually, I'm not sure. I think Gabriel Byrne, Ray Fiennes, maybe.
Okay.
I might be confused about something
I'd
else.
like to see that.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
I'll send you the thing about it.
Okay. Pets. Both my wife and I love dogs, particularly the small breeds.
Yeah.
But I think we know that. We know dogs.
Any breeds in particular?
Sorry?
Any breeds in particular?
Well, for me, I've never had one, but I would like to have a Great Pyrenees. Great Pyrenees are about 200 pounds. And I just think it would be neat walking down the beach with a 200-pound white dog.
I agree.
Yeah. And maybe appearing in different places, like perhaps on top of Mount Sutro, late at night.
I sense a photo op coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Transamerica building.
Yeah.
Different places in the city.
I've been to the 48th floor of the Transamerica building, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, the view is unbelievable.
Oh, I bet.
It's really something.
I bet. I've never done that.
Don't look down is my best advice.
Yeah. Public speaking, I have this theory that I could teach anyone who is particularly shy and unable to speak publicly within 1 hour.
Really?
I'm convinced. And I have not had a chance to prove it. So if we could find somebody.
That's something we should do.
Got to volunteer.
There are a lot of people that would love to get over the fear of doing it.
Okay. And then we could video it.
Yeah,
Certainly.
that would be really cool.
Of course,
Let's
yeah,
do
that'd
it.
be great.
Okay, all right. Poetry, love poetry. I wrote 2 books of poems. I continue to write them, although I haven't spoken poetry in years, but I think I might.
Yeah.
I think it's time to come back.
Yeah.
I used to do this in North Beach. So.
I'll come with you.
Yes, good. Yeah, well, you should as well. You should as well. Magazines. By magazines, I mean specific things like early Playboys that command a pretty high value.
I wasn't expecting that, to be honest.
Oh, yeah,
I was
no.
expecting something like,